Yes, because it's about her. So this morning, we
Oh, we lost you.
Joni keeps muting me. Let me mute everybody, Joni, because then what'll happen is the punchline will be muted, and then it'll just lose its oomph. So anyway, I'm taking my daughter. She goes to two different special needs programs throughout the week, and one of them she's back. We did some travel anyway. So we're driving, and she has a drink with her, and I look over, and she has her mouth looks like this. What she did is she took a drink, and and she was being funny and held the drink that she had in her mouth. And I looked over and I said something, and I shouldn't have said anything. I set myself up because I made her laugh, and
And everything came out.
and it wasn't just a little splatter; it was the whole mouth, all over. And I'm gonna keep my jacket on all day. Let's just put it. It was. She has unsweetened iced tea mixed with Dr. Pepper. That's like her thing. So I have tea and Dr. Pepper drops all over me. And of course I didn't have my jacket on, so it was just wearing my white shirt. So anyway, and I couldn't get mad at her because I knew as I did it, I realized that was stupid. I should not have provoked her to laugh. And anyway, I got sprayed. So that's I thought it'd be fun to open up a little funny story. You hear so much doom and gloom on the news. We open up with something funny. But to keep things upbeat and happy, Jerome is going to, before he goes into the class, right?
Right.
He says he's going to open up with a little holiday tune for you first. Then he'll go into his class. I got the camera view on you, Jerome.
Okay.
So now you have people are looking you up there.
Okay.
All right. So take it away, Mr. Jerome Johnson.
Yay!
A big round of applause, everybody. Let's hear it. Give a big round of applause. Well, there's a lot of hands clapping
A
in the
little
air.
jingle bell there. Jingle bell, okay? All right, let's get started with the class today. The class is kind of going to be in like maybe two parts. A little bit of ear training, or somewhat the way I play by ear. Robert said he plays by memory. I do kind of both, memory and ear. So we're going to have maybe a little bit of ear training on this, and also we're going to pretty much go over some setups to use when you do some ear training workouts. Okay. I've been driving, quite a bit lately because I see Marilyn is there, and I've been out to Karen's house and been out to Sharon's house, and I ride a lot to visit the customers to help them out on the organs, especially when we don't have a duplicate model in the store. But lately I've had it on ever since before Thanksgiving. There's a Christmas channel here that they don't even play nothing else but Christmas songs from a couple of days before Thanksgiving till Christmas Day. And I kind of like listening all of the versions of different songs. Um, uh, um, One of them stuck me out was a George Michael tune called "Last Christmas," and I heard it one day I heard about 6 variations of it. But one thing in common about all of the variations, the chord structure was the same. It was no different, okay? And it kind of got stuck in my ear, and I couldn't get away from it, okay? I'm going like, please save me. Save me from this song again, okay? So I was listening to it. I was listening to it. And first I said, okay, what is the chord structure? I put the YouTube version on, and Robert's going to put this up on the screen here. Yeah, I want it up now. Okay. And I got back to the organ and sit down at the symphony organ because of one up front. And I went, yeah, those are the words there. And I want you to have, if you got a pencil out, we're going to put this on, and Robert will probably even put up the chords in there for me. Last Christmas, actually the song is in D, but I sit down at the organ and it says C. I tried to play it in C, but it threw my ear off. So what I did, I transposed it to D. That's the first thing I did, is transpose the organ to what the key was in. And I found out the key was in D because the version I heard was a guitar player, and I know he was playing it in D, okay? It's kind of natural for guitar players to play in the key of D a lot for some strange reason.
Now you're gonna have me put the chords next
Yeah, I'm
to
going to
it?
have you put your chords in there so they can have this for future references. And trust me.
Do I get paid for this?
Yeah, you get paid for this, okay? Trust me, the chord structure of this is very simple, all right? So we're gonna write it in the key of C, so it make it easier for you, all right? The first chord I heard was a C chord. Put it right at last Christmas. You're gonna put a C chord right on last, up above last there, if you can. Yeah, above it makes it work. Yeah, a C chord. And what I was doing, I was kind of humming it in my head and saying, "Last Christmas, I gave you my heart." Then I know the next chord was going to be an A minor. But the very next time you gave it away, it's going to be an A minor chord. But the very next day you gave it away. That looks right. And the next chord is going to be this year to save me from tears. It's going to be a D minor chord. This year to save me from tears. I give it to someone special.
Hold on, slow down, special. Does that look right?
Yeah, that looks right. I give it to someone special is going to be G chord. Or
Actually,
G7.
Let me just do this.
Okay.
The way people are used to seeing it. Okay, and then
Yeah.
where do I go from there?
I give you someone special is going to be a G7
You're
or
gonna give me
G.
someone special?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's going to be a G chord or G7.
Thank you. I already have someone special.
Yeah. And then it repeats through the whole song. Nothing changes. Every verse is the same way. So remember those, okay? Now I heard that moving around my head, and those changes is a common progression in music, okay? Once you learn some progressions in music, you feel that a lot of songs progress the same way all the time. And this particular song is very easy to learn the medley. You probably have to listen to it, okay? And I was listening. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. That's going to be a C, okay? But the very next day, you gave it away. That's an A minor, okay? And this year, to save me from tears, that's going to be your D minor. I give it to someone like Joni. Okay, you can put your own words in there, okay? If you like to. I see her smiling there, okay? And every verse is the same way. Okay, you get it? So that's a good way you can train your ear, and that's a simple progression that you're going to hear in a lot of Christmas music and a big band and gospel and a little country. That progression right there, if you learn those 3 chords, you're gonna learn how to play songs by ear real quickly if you learn those 4 chords, okay? So okay, now I got it up on we got it up on the screen. Roberts is probably going to go through the verses here while I'm talking, and setting up a registration for it. Okay.
Wow. Those
All right.
chords look familiar. They
Yeah,
look
they
like
are
there's a lot of
familiar.
songs.
There's a
Like,
lot of songs like that, Robert.
is there another song that has that?
Oh man, I
I'm going to put you on the spot now.
I know you put me on the spot, but I was going to go on to my next subject.
Okay, go ahead. Next subject.
All right.
I'm going to take this off for now, and I'm going to
So-
see if I can put it back up in a minute with the correct chords. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Stop.
the first version I heard was from the kid from Jimmy Eats World. I don't know whether you guys listen to radio or not, but he was playing the guitar. And then I heard Justin Bieber, and then I heard what's the girl that Justin liked? Taylor Swift version, and I heard the original George Michael who did this, and a couple of other people singing this song. But the guitar version was just acoustic, so it made me to hear the chords pretty good. I didn't have to worry about the extra background in it. Okay. Now I came up with my own. You can come up with your own version. If you don't have an A series organ and you got an E series organ and don't have Electric City on it, okay, which I'm using as the background or the basic background, you can use disco. You can use a straight 8 beat at about 116 beats per minute. So you don't have to use the Electric City. I like Electric City because it gives me a little bit of a happy holiday feeling. And here it is with just the chords along with the rhythm, which is contempo. If you can't find it, you're going to find it under the contempo button for the most part. I'm on the Prestige Plus right now. It is called E-Electric City. And what I did was basically wanted to hear the less background, so I used the guitar part first. Dun, 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 dun. Practice on the chords. A minor, D minor, G minor, and start again, C, okay? Now, there was a cute little introduction in there that used the bells or the xylophone. Bing, bong, 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 okay? You don't have to worry about hitting the correct note there. Watch this. Here's your virtuoso. So you don't have to worry about using the correct note. Just hit 4 of them, okay? Bing, bong, 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 like you were actually playing the chimes or something. Now, that could be your introduction. And then after you do the introduction, then hit your bass.
How did that sound again?
It sounded
No, say it out loud again.
like bell tone.
Let me hear it. No, you say it.
Bell tone.
No.
Bing, bong, bong, bong. Yes. It's
I don't know. Every time
it's
you
kind
do
of
it,
a music
I'm
feel.
looking at the screen. Every time you do that, people are laughing. So
That's okay. They
I
can
wanted to
laugh,
get them
okay?
all laughing.
I'll do it first. Bing, bong, bong, bong. Bing, bong, bong, bong. Ding, bong, bong, bong. Let's play it with the bass this time. If you notice, I did not use the introduction from Electric City because it sounds like one of the bands from the 70s. But I wanted to use my own introduction, so I used the virtuoso with 4 hits. And then it basically is an arpeggio, okay? It's an arpeggio going down, bing, down, 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 okay? And then I had the medley in my head because last time I gave you my heart, basically it's the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to play the medley now with it, okay? Let's start from the beginning again. and that's the whole song. If you learn those three chords and you start hearing that same chord progression in other songs, trust me, your music life will be a lot better. You know, it'll help you to learn how to play by ear. Because I'm sure you've played some songs from the Lowry books or from a lot of other song books that has the same progression to it. And that's how you start learning stuff by ear, Robert, and by
Jerome,
memory alone. Hmm? Yes,
you have
ma'am.
a question from Elizabeth. Elizabeth,
Elizabeth, go
please
with
go
it,
ahead.
Elizabeth. Yeah.
It's
Okay, Elizabeth.
unmute.
Unmute yourself, Elizabeth.
I have the performer
Okay.
and I don't have those white buttons.
Yes,
For
you do.
the bing bong bong.
Yes, it's in your virtuoso. I love
No,
what you
she has
said.
a
And how do
performer.
I get to the virtuoso?
Performer. That one.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. Performer, you can do this on your bottom keyboard.
Oh,
You're not lost. All you have to do is set up a sound on your bottom keyboard and still get the similar effect.
Or you can go, but what is
A
it?
bong bong would you, or you can see your local mean dealer.
What are the notes they have to play if they're going to do that?
It's just a C arpeggio. Follow the chord. Follow the chords. It's going to be a C arpeggio, a D minor arpeggio, an A minor arpeggio, and a G arpeggio.
And in layman's terms, what
In
does that
layman's
mean?
term, that means C in every other note. It's much easier to do it on the virtuoso because you don't have to think about it. It's going to play the exact note that's in the chord anyway. But when you play it on the bottom keyboard, you got to think a little bit. You got to make sure you play the right note. In other words, I got to play. Okay.
What were those notes?
That's the C chord. A C chord, C, G, E, C. And the A minor is going to be. That's going to be A, E, C, A. Okay. See, I got to think about it myself right now because I'm playing it on the bottom keyboard. D minor, D, A,
F.
F, D, and G, G, D, B,
B.
G. Okay? So you can do it on the bottom keyboard. You just have to set up a sound. Let's see, can I set up a sound real quick on the bottom keyboard?
Yeah, set up your arrangement back up.
Lower right.
You have your arrangement set up?
Huh?
You have your arrangement set
Yeah,
up?
yeah, but I'm gonna do the sound. I just put chimes on the bottom, so let's do the arrangement like Robert say. Let's see here. Make sure I don't change a lot of stuff. So let me hit the arrangement again. Ah. Actually, that could be easily the G chord and the D minor chord could be the same thing because it's related. But I have to think about it when I'm doing the actual arpeggio on with the left hand on the right keyboard on the bottom right keyboard. But you can do it, Elizabeth. You just got to think a little bit harder. But if you have it if you have it in virtuoso, it's much easier. You don't have to think about the chord because it's going to play whatever your left hand gives you. Okay.
I don't have the virtuoso on the performer.
Right. You don't have the virtuoso, but you can do it on the lower keyboard.
Okay. All right.
You
Thank
just
you.
got to play the exact notes, okay?
Yeah.
Somewhat, pretty much all the time.
Or sing it like?
Bing, bong, bong, bong. That's become a thing today, I think.
So,
I'm ready
Jerome,
for
there's
the
a
more
question in the chat.
Yeah, I need some more.
What's the
It
question?
says, what were you doing with the auto bass button?
The order? Auto bass. Oh, I used it part of my introduction. The auto bass. In other words, I was doing this at first, okay? No bass, okay? And I'm going to do my... And now auto bass. It just actually help you grow your verse, okay? Or grow your introduction, and you coming in with a little bit of excitement. You can turn that auto bass on anytime you want to, but I use it after 4 rounds of the chords and add the bass to give it the fullness, okay? You understand? Did that answer your question? Winnie's got her hand up, but I want to know whether that answered the auto bass question.
Let me look in the chat.
Winnie's
Oh, that was Winnie.
That was Winnie.
okay. Winnie, do you understand that?
Yes, it does. Thank
Okay,
you.
great,
Help.
excellent.
Don't forget to go bing bong bong bong.
Come on, give me some more questions. I need questions today. Anybody got their hand up?
Nothing at this time.
Nothing at this
I have a
time.
question.
Okay.
What sounds were you using when you were playing that song? You had a couple different things I heard going on.
Yeah, I had the
Oh, and I don't think I'm getting through.
You're getting through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good and loud there.
All right, go ahead. What sounds were you playing?
I had saxophone on the top keyboard, along with the flamingo guitar,
Oh my goodness.
which gave me a kind of a different little flavor there.
Let me hear it. No, at the.
Oh, I had to go back now because I changed it.
Well, didn't you
with
save
the
it in a
bells.
preset?
Yeah, I got it in a preset. You're right. So, in other words, I had kind of a double medley going on there. Okay, so it's your choice when it comes to the. You can have a solo instrument there. Actually, I heard a Kenny G version yesterday on it anyway. Okay, and on the symphony I did yesterday, I did use the lyrical saxophone, which works really good. I really like that sound. So okay, I'm on the Prestige Plus now, and I didn't feel I'd had enough time when we were setting up to find the Kenny G sax or to make one. Okay,
I think it's on a preset.
it probably is, but
The
we
Kenny
was in a
G.
rush today. Okay,
Yes, our equipment wasn't working
yeah,
the
so
way
I
it's
just
supposed
picked
to.
up
I
one,
know
okay?
that's a surprise and a surprise to all of you, but
Okay. On the bottom keyboard, I had the vocals in the left hand.
your lower left.
The lower left, right. In the lower right, I really just had the stock for whatever was there until somebody asked me how to put something in the lower right. Okay, then I put the chimes there, and I should have put them there first because that really works good. I like the chimes on that. Okay, but right then I had nothing in the what was stock, but I turned the chimes on the left hand, left lower right. And I did hear a version with the chimes in it, okay? So don't leave the chimes out. The chime sounds really nice there. When it comes to sounds on the organ, you got probably well over 1,000 different sounds and sounds effects on these organs. And sometimes you can't even make up your mind what you want to use. But whatever you find out that's kind of good for your ear, use that one. And then don't forget to do this. Once you get all those settings, if you notice, I went from the easy play button to a rhythm. So what I did was I had to lock my tempo. Don't forget to do that if you're going to start out that way. You're going to set up your rhythm, set it up really good, lock your rhythm, then turn off the accompaniments.
How do you lock the tempo?
Lock tempo. On this particular model, it has a tempo button on it. On some of the models, you press the two together to lock the tempo. Okay?
Yeah, so that's the Prestige, the Legend. Some of the SUs actually have a button that says tempo lock.
Yeah, tempo lock, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then on the Sterling, I think the Imperial, don't quote me on that.
I think you press both of them together.
Sterling on up, I believe you press the two tempo buttons together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
And then the SU models, most of the SU models, I'm going to say all, but I'm not 100% accurate on that. I know for a fact that the SU 400, the Royales, the Rhapsodies, they have a button that does it. So
Here's
you,
a question for you, Jerome.
All right, great. Let me hear it.
Did you set the bells in the virtuoso?
I could have, no, I didn't have. I had whatever was stock when I pull up that rhythm.
he
What I mean
said
by stock,
he said stock, by the way,
what I mean
meaning
by stock, whatever was in the preset, okay? And I just used that one. Yes, I could have put the bells in there. And the way you do that, you go to your more button in the golden harp, and you hit number 1, and then you find a different sound for it. Let me see here. No, Genius, I'm sorry. Genius. Right now, the vibes was in there, so it was a bell already in there. But yeah, so it pulls from the golden harp. But if you wanted to find another one, just scroll.
well, before you scroll, hold on.
Okay.
So right now he said vibes. So, but you don't have the golden harp on, right? Go ahead and run your finger on that virtuoso. Okay.
Vibes.
So right now he has the vibes that are coming from there. So, and then you choose the. I'm going to peek around the corner.
Okay.
So I don't goof up. All right. So that's in the. But if you turn off the Genius, then what happens?
You go back
To the harp sound.
Yeah, you go back to the harp sound. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So, and if he
you got
touches the Genius, yeah. So I just want, because I see faces and I want to make sure they understand this. So if you want to change that golden harp, the virtuoso defaults to golden harp, or as he would say, the stock. Kind of same difference. And then it pulls from the golden harp sound. If you touch Genius like he just did, and then it puts in the vibes, whatever sound is there. So, and then run your finger on that again, just so they hear the vibes again. On the,
Oh,
he changed it on
Yeah, I
me.
was changing.
So then what you do is once you chose the golden harp and you scroll through, that any sound that pops up is going to be what's going to be there now. So now what do you have in there?
right now I got jazz guitar. Now that's not a good one because it doesn't sustain. You want something that sustains in that, okay? And I would just basically go into the harp here or the bells.
If you go to the bells, that's
Yeah.
another common one.
The bells is a common one, so I was trying to get to the bells real quick. I don't have bells echo. That would work. Now, let me turn that off. It went back to the harp. You get it? I scroll up to the bells, and I put it in the Genius button, and it's there when I turn the beat. So I can use both of those.
So to clarify what I was saying, what he was doing, the virtuoso sound comes from 3 different places. The common one is whatever is programmed in the golden harp.
Right.
Okay? And here's what that means. If the golden harp Genius button, why don't you point your finger there, Jerome?
Go ahead, Genius button.
Just
Okay.
point right there. You see? So right there we have that golden harp Genius. When that is not pressed, that means the golden harp sound is on. If it's pressed, it'll take whatever sound is in there. In that, whatever the last case was, he put that other sound. And that'll transfer to the virtuoso as well. Now, another thing you can do with the virtuoso, we may not have time to go in detail today, is if there's some of you have a button to the right or in that same section, it says virtuoso there, Jerome?
Yes.
Okay, when you press that, what happens? In the screen,
You get a pattern,
you get something.
and it says source or pattern.
Hold on a second. I'm going to try something here for you folks. Excuse me. Okay.
You get that.
Touch that and go up one.
Okay.
Touch that and then...
Go right. You get it from
Okay,
right
now I
there.
know my head is not helping much, but what I did is I took 3 pictures so you could see what he is saying, and I'm going to put it to my computer. Give me a moment, and then I'll put them up on the screen here.
In the meanwhile, while he's doing that, people who's got the Cascade, it's very easy for you guys to do the bing bong 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 because if you put that in your cascade button, it automatically comes up. You don't even have to touch it. As soon as you play the card, it should play the cascade down for you.
I don't know. I like it. I like it better just going bing bong. Bing, bong. All right. So I've got the pictures on the screen. So the first, go back to the one that says golden harp in there. Okay. So when you touch the virtuoso button on the instrument, this screen's going to pop up. Okay. You see that, folks? Let me see some head nods. Janice, iPad 4, Ginny Bolsel. That's a very unique name. And Ramon.
Ramon is there.
You don't have a last name, Ramon. You're like Cher, that star. Just a one name,
It's
Ramon.
Ramon is outside, isn't he?
Yeah, there he is. Okay, so when you touch the virtuoso button, you'll see there it says source. Source means where is the sound coming from to go into that virtuoso. So like he had it earlier, it was a golden harp. Mm-hmm. Now, if he changes the golden harp sound to the bells or the guitars or whatever he says, then that's the sound that's going to go into the virtuoso, even if it says golden harp. Now, go ahead and leave it on golden harp and turn off the golden harp genius. And go ahead and he's going to run his finger up the virtuoso real quick. So that's the harp. Now listen, when he presses golden harp genius, go ahead and run. So that's a sound that he chose. So even though it says golden harp, remember it's pulling from the golden harp genius button.
Right.
All right? And I'm saying that a few times because some people don't understand when they see that and they go, wait, it's not a golden harp. It's a piano sound. It's something else. It's telling you where it's pulling the sound. Now, the other thing you can do, and again, this can be a whole entire different class, is once you touch the virtuoso button, the screen will show up and it looks like what you're looking at. If you touch this here and you scroll up one, it's going to say this. Go ahead and scroll up one. Does it say upper on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Upper.
So all that means is now whatever sound is in the upper keyboard, go ahead and play a couple notes on the upper keyboard. That sound, whatever that is now in the virtuoso. Aha. Oh.
Yeah.
Do I hear some ooh, ah. Okay. And then if you touch that upper source thing again and move it up one, it'll say lower right.
Right.
So whatever sound is in your lower right keyboard, in this case he has the chimes. Let's see if it's in the virtuoso, is also up there.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
can change it. That makes it where you can change it to what some sounds really quickly.
Now, since I'm on this subject, I'm going to give you one example here. Can you put on, Jerome, can you put on Jumpin' Jazz? And let's just, we'll start it from clean. So put Jumpin' Jazz with rhythm preset 0. Okay, hit the upper keyboard, play a couple notes on the upper keyboard. All right, and what's on the lower right? Okay, all right. So now he's got, it sounds like a brass sound on the top
Brass
keyboard.
sound, yeah.
Okay, let me take the screen off so they see you again. Where is the stop stage? Okay.
It's brass
So right
and
now
sax.
on the upper keyboard, he has a brass sound. Play a couple notes. And then on the lower right keyboard,
I got saxes.
saxophone. Okay. So now go ahead and push your virtuoso button.
Okay.
All right. And what does it say on the screen?
Golden harp.
All right. So go ahead and touch it and scroll up to upper, I guess.
Okay.
Now go ahead and just hit the chord and maybe play Bye Bye Blues or something. No, it's a rhythm. Oh, you got your tempo locked. That's a very slow Bye Bye Blues.
And how you do that, just turn it on and off. Turn the special on and off, and you're back to the regular rhythm, okay?
Yeah, but now you have to put... All right, so play the upper right keyboard. Now watch what happens when he goes on the virtuoso.
Go where?
Virtuoso. He's gonna touch the screen from upper to lower right, so it's gonna look like this. Does that look right? Is that what it looks like, Jerome?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Now on the lower right, now the virtuoso's now gonna have this. Oh, stop the presses, stop the presses, stop. It even put the harmony in there.
Yeah, sure did.
Man,
They did put the harmony in there.
drum
because
sounds so good.
the
with all
more
of
harmony
it.
button was on, and it was on a block chord. So
whatever
that's it.
harmony you have on that bottom right or upper keyboard, should I say, we'll also put the harmony there as well. That's a great set. What were you playing? Jingle Bells?
Jingle bells, yeah.
Let's
Jingle
hear with the
bells.
Jingle Bells. Play, Jerome. Don't just sit there and look pretty. Okay, play one more time. Play one more time. Play on the upper keyboard. Now, if you don't have three hands, you get your spouse to join in. Uh-oh.
You stepped on something?
Guess what I just did, folks? I unplugged him. Yes, I'm sorry,
Well,
Jerome.
one thing good about these, they hold in memory. So as soon as you plug it back in,
I hope so. I really yanked the plug out of that. Go ahead and turn it back.
I did the same thing at the house this morning. Okay, I was leaving the house too quickly, and I still had my cell phone plugged into this little thing. And as I was going out the door, everything else electronically was coming with me. I went, what is going on here?
Hold on.
You know how you are when you're in a hurry. And I always have a long charger cord on my cell phone, so I plug it in every night. And as I was leaving the house, I forgot to unplug it, and all the electronics started coming with it, including my Wi-Fi tower. I'm like, whoa, y'all stay here.
I'm surprised we lasted this long without yanking any cords. If you saw our setup here,
Yeah.
it almost looks dangerous. Anyway,
It is dangerous.
yes, Jody. See, we have. She knows. Questions for Jerome, not me.
Yeah, we're about at the end here, so
I just like to join
This is
in
a
once
great
in a
time
while.
to ask some questions as you need to.
Well, here's a suggestion that's been made in the chat.
Okay.
I think we need a virtuoso lesson special, like just on the virtuoso.
Fine, I'll do that next month.
Or you can go in and have a one-on-one with your.
Yes, but if you want to wait a whole month,
Yeah, go in and have a one-on-one.
call your personal assistant.
Absolutely.
But let's see, about every 4 to 5 weeks is when we do each of the different series. So if on the next A series that comes around, I will do that class for you.
Because you can also use your virtuoso, kind of like fake it button in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
don't temporary. Come on.
Okay,
I got to have something to
I
teach
didn't wanna
next
give
month.
it away, right?
They're not going to come back if you give them all.
Oh, boy.
No, he's got a good point, and actually that's something we used to teach. But we'll go over that next month sometime. I'm guessing it's going to be, if you want to write this down, it's going to be about the second week in January is what it looks like. All right.
Now you have the materials. Are you gonna upload
The thing
them,
that you just did?
Yeah, the
Okay, I didn't finish doing the chords, but
Okay.
what I'm going to do, folks, this is as far as I got.
Okay. And it basically repeats after every 4 lines.
Yeah.
Okay?
Now, I don't have the music for it, unfortunately.
This is a good way to train their ear. They might be able to come and listen to the music on YouTube, or you just turn your Christmas radio station on. What I have on pretty much continuously because I enjoy the Christmas sounds.
But I
and the sounds of
noticed the
seasons.
melody almost repeats itself,
It
too.
repeats itself, including the chorus. The
I'll
melody
tell you
of the
what
chorus
I'll
is very
do.
close, okay?
Can't hear you, Jerome.
Oh, we must unplug me then. Okay,
No.
no, it wasn't close enough. I said the medley on this is, and the chorus is pretty much the same thing, and it just repeats itself.
So what I'm going to do, folks, and when I say what I'm going to do, it's not what I'm going to do. It's what I'm going to have Jerome do, is I'm going to have them help me fill in the notes that I just did here.
Okay.
We don't have the music.
No,
So what
we-
I'm going
right.
to do is take this here and the chords, and I'll try to set it up with a few of the notes in the beginning, because what happens is it kind of basically just repeats over and
itself,
over and
yeah.
over. All right. Now, the question is how will I be able to get this? I'm going to post this up on we've talked about a site called Patreon. And if you go to patreon.com, I'm going to post it up there. You do not have to, you could just, when you see the video, it'll give you an option to click on the PDF, and it tries to get you to follow and do all of this stuff. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I experimented a few times. It's patreon.com/Fretcher Music Centers, and when you click on it, it should automatically download to your computer. Just a piece of paper. Now, if I post music on there, it gets a little hairy, so I got to be careful with that. But what I'll do is we'll take those notes, put the chords in there, and then Jerome will give me a few of the melody notes.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to try my best to sing the words to it so they'll have a clue how the medley go, okay? The
So
medley
what do you
go.
mean? You're going to sing the notes?
I'm going to sing the notes, right? Because I
Like
don't.
what? Give me an example.
Last Christmas,
Okay.
I gave you my heart,
Okay.
but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears,
Well, what are the notes?
I give you something special. Man, that's too many notes for me to find.
You're not going to. What are the notes?
Oh,
Can't
you-
you sing
okay.
the notes when you play them?
No, I can't.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
If you stay in the,
Play
if
the
you,
first few notes on there. Let me see.
You can sing the notes.
Oh, you got to set it back up. too.
it went to soft and easy for some reason. Why? Good tempo. Did I lose mine? Let me see. A1.
Uh-oh. Yeah, put
I
it-
lost my registration.
You did. And I unplugged you. I really unplugged
Yeah,
you.
you unplugged me. So let me see. I can do this real quick. We in D.
Come on,
Yeah.
Jerome. You're a musician. You can do it.
Singing the notes is one of my worst things, Robert. So, play, writing them.
Oh.
I'm terrible at that part. But for us, the chord progression, my ear's really good for that part. But actual sitting down.
Go ahead and set it up real quick.
Okay.
You got to close with a little song
All
here
right.
for you.
And I want to sing the medley so they can know how the song goes, the medley
All right.
goes, okay?
All right. So
Yeah.
while he's doing that, go ahead and set it up. When I unplugged them, I basically unplugged them.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the stock registration on that, okay?
You can give them the starting note. That'll help.
What's the starting note? Oh, you
The
got
starting note is a D.
D.
some rhythm
yeah.
preset here or something.
No,
D as
I
in
have-
dog.
Rhythm presets. There we go.
okay.
Try a note.
I don't like Oregon, okay? I got to find something else with this, all right?
Four. Push beautiful.
That's be closer.
Play
That's
the
close.
few notes again.
D, C, C. Okay.
See, that wasn't that hard, Jerome.
G.
G, D, E, D, G.
Well, that's okay, folks.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out later, and I'll put them on the notes for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Because
I don't want you stumbling over it.
that's gonna take a while. It takes me a while to do
But
every note.
you promised to sing the song.
I'm gonna
so
try
you-
my best to sing the song.
All right. Well, while you're getting set up, real quick, folks, if you haven't gotten an email yet, contact your personal assistant. But what we did is we scheduled everybody an email to inviting to what we're calling the Sounds of the Season. And what we did is we took everyone on our email list and we broke it up into 4 groups, and we sent you each personalized email for the Sounds of the Season featuring some of our staff members. If you have not received that email yet, contact your personal assistant ASAP, because in that email has the link to the concerts, okay? And they start this week, and they're going to go on through next week, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's all I'm going to tell you for now. And are you ready to sing, Jerome?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know how to sing?
I'm gonna try my best to.
I'll tell you. We're putting them.
Let me know when
we're
you're
really
ready.
putting them on the spot here.
I know.
But what I want to know is, are you going to go that ba ba?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring you in to help me with that part, okay?
Bing.
Bing, bing, bing. That's right. Here we go. And take it away.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I give you something special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I give you something special. Ding bong bong bong. Ding dong dong dong. Ding dong dong dong. Ding dong dong dong. Once bit and twice shy, I keep my distance. You just catch my eye. Tell me, baby, you recognize me? Well, it's been a year. Surprise me. I wrapped it up and sent in the sand. I love you. I mean it. Now I know what a fool I've been. But if kissed you me now, and I know again, last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day I gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I give you something special. Bring it in, Robert. I need the bones. Bing bong bong bong. Bing bong bong bong. Bing bong bong bong. And last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I give you something special. Yeah, you could use that. If you got a grandkid around the house, or you to yourself, but I'm sure they've heard that song. If you put it on your, I listen to iHeartRadio a lot. I'm still got a young music mind. Okay.
Big
Even though,
round of applause and Mr. Jerome, everybody.
even though I, grew up into,
Yay. Thank you.
even though I grew up on the other side of the tracks in Mississippi, I listen to all kinds of music. So that's the only way you learn how to play by ear is to open this up, guys, and try to remember chord progressions. And if you want a book on progressions, you can go to your local library and pick up Harmony 101. That's the college book. That's the college version, okay? I think Joni probably has hers, and I got mine. She got mine, so that's a good book to use for playing by ear. That's the first thing you learn in college 101 music theory classes is ear training, and that has to be taught at a totally separate, different class. All I can do is give you pointers how to learn it quick. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it very much. Y'all are a lovely crowd and have a Merry
See you
Christmas and a Happy New Year. All right.
And see you
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Merry
Friday.
Christmas.
We have a variety class tomorrow at 12 p.m. Arizona, 2 p.m. And I will be teaching that class, but it won't be the virtuoso. That's next month. Talk to you soon. Say goodbye to everybody. Jerome.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.